Yeah, so welcome back to this series of videos. We already saw how to do the MPS with fixed ordered quantities. Now let's go to the easier one and the most fun. So we are still selling bikes. We still have the same forecasted demand. And it takes 2 weeks for us to get our bicycles, remember? So we are selling bicycles. That's a product. If you remember from our first presentations, what is a MPS all about? It's about product. So that's a what. And how many? That's a quantity. And how long does it take to get to me? That's the lead time. So let's say we have a lead time of 2 weeks. And now we'll do the lot for lot. And then now we go into the software. So I have week 1, a net requirement, a gross requirement of 110. Week 2, 145. And in week 2, I already have 150 bikes scheduled for receipt. And then 228 week 3, week 4 450, week 5 nil, week 6 154, week 7 0, week 8 227, week 9 0, week 10 300, and then we have the one which we're starting with today is 350. So okay, let's get to work. So going to week 1, I'm going in with the beginning inventory, that is 350 bicycles. Please don't look at the bottom table. We'll do this in our next video. 350. And now going into week 2, so basically before we go to week 2, we have to supply this demand. So this person needs, so I need to supply 110 bikes, but I only have 350. So can 350 supply this demand? Absolutely. So do I have net requirements? 0. So going into week 2, I'm going with 240 bikes, but I've also scheduled to receive already 150. So I have 390. Just gonna remove that here and put it down here. So here I already have 390 bikes going into week 2. So 390, and I'm supposed to supply a need of 145. Can 390 supply a need of 145? Absolutely. So do I have net requirements? Nope. That's 0. Okay, so going into week 3, we are going with 245 bikes. That's good because we've already sold 145. Now I need to sell 228. Can 245 supply a need of 228? Absolutely. Do I have a net requirement? Nope. So after selling 228, how much is left in my stock going into week 4? 245 minus 228 is 17. Okay, 17. So week 4, I have a demand for 450, but I only have 17 on hand. So do I have a net requirement? Absolutely. 17 cannot supply the requirement of 450, so I'll need to have 433. So I have a net requirement of 433, which means for me to supply this demand, I must plan a receipt. I must plan to receive the 433 bikes in week 4. I hope you can all see. So I plan to receive it in week 4, but I have a lead time. I have a lead time of 2 weeks. So for me to supply this demand, for me to receive these bicycles in week 4, I must make an order 2 weeks prior. So 1, 2. So that's 433 bikes. Why have we asked for 433 bikes? Because you're using lot for lot, and we are not using fixed ordered quantities. Lot for lot allows you to actually purchase the exact amount that you need. You do not have to look for multiples like we had in the fixed ordered quantities. Okay, so now we have 433. We had 17 on hand, a total of 450. When we sell 450, we are left with 0. So 0, demand is 0, requirement is 0. So of course, here I can just put May, just like that. And then now we have 154, but we have 0 on hand. So how much do we need to fulfill this need? we need to buy 154. And for us to have this 154, remember that's our requirement, we need to receive them in this week. So for us to receive them in week 6, we must order for these articles 2 weeks before. So we have to order them here. 154, 2 weeks prior. I hope you can follow. And then 154, we had 0 on hand, so we have a total of 154. Sell 154, you're left with 0. Let's go to week 7. We have net 0 demand, 0 on hand, 0 requirements. Week 8, we have 0 on hand. So for us to supply a demand of 227, we have a requirement of 227. So 227, for us to meet this requirement, we need to receive them this week, week 8. And for us to receive them in week 8, we must make an order 2 weeks before, 227. Okay, so that's in red. Let's go to week 9. This is 0. And then this is 0. And then this is 0. And then in this week we have 300 as a demand, but we have 0 starting. And then here net requirements will basically be 300 so that we can meet that demand. And here we need to receive them in week 10, but for us to receive it in week 10, we must make an order in week 8. Why? Because of the lead times. Now in the next video I'll show you how to do the lot for lot option in Odoo. Have a good time. Amusez-vous bien.